I've always kept it real with any female I messed with. Even if I had a lady and I was cheating on her, like, yo, look, I got a lady, but I gotta have you type joint. Like, well, you know what I'm saying? What time we on? Like, if y'all can't do that, then that's just not being a man, if we being honest. But talking about stuff like this, what we really saying, again, like, even if my lady did do something new in the bedroom, my immediate reaction is not to go so drastic as to be like, oh my God, I've been violated.
So
Like,
if she decides to put one in the scooper, you're gonna be like, oh no, wait a minute, I wasn't okay with that. This was just a moment. Like
no, I'm
again,
definitely not okay with that. And you getting the fuck out. It ain't nothing soon gonna do. You feel me?
no,
What the
hold
hell?
on. But I hear what you're saying, but you're saying
And
just
no, the
because it's
fact that
something
no,
new.
and that's what I'm saying. The fact that you even have a woman who would try somebody like that never happened with me because that's already a pre-established thing. That's nothing to ever be played with.
KT, you're missing the
Forget the
point of what I'm
police. I might
saying, bro.
punch you if I wake up in my sleep and you done stuck something in my. Nah, hell nah. I'm probably gonna punch your ass. That's
KT,
just
you're
keeping it a
still
buck.
missing the point, bro. But my point is, at a certain point, just because I enjoy something doesn't mean I want it done to me without my permission.
No, that's
That's the.
weird though. That's what I'm saying. Are
How
you
is
a
that
man or not?
weird,
Have you already established that with the women you're messing with or not?
bro? Just because I like fighting doesn't mean people have the
No,
right for me to punch
listen.
them in the mouth. That
Nobody
doesn't
talking
make any
about
fucking
nobody talking about
sense.
nobody you like fighting. We talking about the person you having some type of relationship with, whether you just fucking them, whether you living with them, whatever. You ain't establishing your boundaries and shit with the relationship that you
Yeah,
in.
nigga, don't touch me in my sleep.
Okay, so
So
that's what I'm
Period.
K,
saying.
But
So
hold up.
listen,
But
this
get
is all I'm
this.
saying.
But hold up. But here's what
If
you're
we're
saying. Hold up. Let me correct because I want to make sure I'm saying what you're saying. You heard me clearly when I said, don't touch me in my fucking sleep, right? Pretty
mm,
clear, right?
mm.
So if, and I'm not even gonna say if, so when someone actually did do that, and it was something that I did not establish because I'm a man, am I supposed to be okay with it?
No, but you're not supposed to sit
Okay,
there and
then
say
that's
I'm
my fucking
violated
conversation,
because it's
bro.
a difference
yo,
between saying if you're okay with
KT,
That
something
is
and
what a
violated by something, is it not?
yo, KT,
that is
check it
what a
out. This is the
violation is.
KT is cool because this is the problem. These guys are subpar lovers, and that's okay, right? We love KT. Me and you,
And
we
Mont, you don't
love
want to
on a
have this
different.
conversation.
Look.
Mont,
Hey,
I
look,
KT,
promise you
man.
don't want to have this
KT, look,
conversation.
KT. Me and you
Mont,
love on a different
Mont,
level, so it's not
no.
For
about
sure.
us. We want to
For
please
So,
our.
sure.
We want to please our
Nah.
partners. We ain't
so
worried
let
about
me.
us like they is.
He's just making shit up now. All right, Mont. So let me explain something to you in a because we got most of the men right here. So, and I'm gonna be keeping a buck. After a certain point as a man, you don't need to get hard to be able to get anything done. If you're not hard and they still do it, you're still being fucking violated. Forget everything else you're saying. Because I'm asleep and because I'm still wealthy and you decide to do it, you fucking violated me. That's the simplest part of that conversation. It's not a mixed message. It's not a half-ass statement. It's not a, oh, well, you know what, I enjoyed it, so it's okay. It's, I did not agree to it, so you violated it. Period.
That's because we're dealing with subpar lovers here. You know, if you
So you
if
can't. So
you
you can't. So you believe anybody who's willing to give up consent is a subpar lover, despite the fact that because of that communication, it actually showed that you give concern for that person's well-being.
no,
Because in
my
your,
thing
No.
is
based on what you're
I'm
saying, you're saying it's okay for you to do the same thing. Because
no my thing
again,
no, my
let's hear the
thing
double
is I
standard,
want to.
sir.
Yeah,
I'm
let me
so
answer. Let me
concerned.
answer.
I'm so concerned, and I'm so tapped in with my partner, right? That I want to please her. I want her to use me. I do. I want you to be happy. I want you to be fulfilled in every way. The least I could do is let you use my dick, right? Like it's while I'm asleep, right? I want to please you in every way. Besides nothing gay or nothing like that. Outside of that, I want to please you in every way.
Yeah, keep playing.
Like,
For
and that's
sure.
the
So let
least
me
I can
let me
do.
let me make sure I got this. Let me make sure I got this, Mont. Because you keep saying that as if you're actually making your point, which you're not. So regardless of the fact that you are a above par lover, you don't even want to be conscious enough to give that actual
Damn.
communication, to give that uh, how you say wood slinging. You don't even want to engage enough to respond to how her body is doing it because you are unconscious and you are just sitting there. You're dead fishing, sir. So if we're gonna have that conversation and talk about subpart loving, I'd rather be awake so I can make sure you see the fucking moon.
Let's have that conversation because this is
Hold
the
on.
thing.
Hey, Mont, you gotta admit that was a really good argument. If you sleep and she
no, he
enjoy it
about
more
to
while
get
you are,
cooked. He's about to get cooked because this is the thing, right? I actually understand women on every level, and sometimes she might just be in the mood to take advantage of me. She might want to be like, "Baby, stay asleep. I want to take advantage of you. I want you to stay asleep. Like I just want to do this to you." That's cool. They not always in the same mood for the same thing every time. Sometimes the woman want to role play. Sometimes the woman want to do this. You want to take advantage of me, baby? Go ahead. But we on a different level over here. We different, you know.
So
the
let's go.
comeback was
So
flawless.
it's flawless. Yeah, I played Mortal Kombat. I know what a flawless victory is. So we're gonna go ahead and finish knocking this stuff out with a fatality, sir. Let me explain how this game actually works to you and what it actually means to actually be somebody who pleases the women around you. Number one, that means you have to focus on exactly what their needs are and consciously make sure that they are satisfied above all other things. Mister, I want to sit there and lay like a dead fish. Guess what? You are not engaging in their emotional satisfaction because you're dead to the world, sir. Number two, even if that is the case and you decide you can take advantage of me, sir, taking advantage is still by definition abuse. So thank you for confirming my point again. And number three, sir, if you slung word like that, you wouldn't have to have the conversation because it just happens. Keep in mind, you don't have to brag when it's built like that.
No, because Sharon said he didn't want to go into the kink conversation, but people have kinks, so let's not act like.
Hold on, kinks. The kinks are established. But kinks are established.
He's establishing it. He's establishing.
Yeah, but no, hold on. That's why we're not going to have a conversation about kinks because it's usually established. It's usually said what you like, and you want a rubber band smacked on your butt. Hey, that's what you like. It's different. So shout out to Elite Belzo 1, gifted 5 Wildest Wake Up Show memberships. Thank you so much. That means a world to me. And make sure whoever got it, make sure you maintain it. Thank you so much, Elite Belzo. Shout out to We Unlock Names with the 5 ball. Question: does love even exist anymore?
Great question.
Love yourself.
Peasy ain't going. With the $10 super sticker, thank you so much. Peasy ain't going. I appreciate you, my brother. I appreciate you. Also, we got LGC Rogue C. Lover Girl Rogue C with the 499. Thank you, Sharon. You're welcome. Always a pleasure. That's what every woman ever told me. I don't know what Mont talking about. That's what every woman ever told me. Congrats to the Blessings Diva. Shout out to that. Thank you so much. And also, before KT, he want to just talk. Corinne Mackey with the one I got $1. I got $1. I got $1. Hey. Thank you so much, Miss Corinne Mackey. Thank you so much. Hashtag SBG. God damn it. I'm going to get these men and women right. Clearly, we got some crazy-ass women out here, too. That's just saying craziness. They ain't saying take it. We don't care what that man say. He cannot. It's insane.
Well, it was a woman on the panel last night, Miss Smell the Roses. She said in her marriage, and I guess in her marriage contract, there is no to her husband. He could get it anytime, any way, any whatever. There is no to her. And she is this. She was speaking on herself and her as a woman. She didn't say if that goes the other way, but she says there's no for her when it comes to what her husband wants. And then that would include if he's rolling up on her in her sleep. That's what she said.
But Cam, did
So
she agree to that?
Yeah,
I
but that's
don't
what I'm
know
saying.
how
Most
did they
people
come
Wait,
to
not
hold
that
on, hold
most
on, hold on,
agreement,
hold
people
but
don't
on.
she
agree.
said
Wait,
that's what it
wait,
is.
wait. No, Cam, I get you. I get where you're coming from. But based on what you just said, it sounds as if she consented to that agreement. Therefore, in that situation, she gave continual consent on that. I understand where you're coming from, so I
So
do.
yeah,
But what I'm
that's
saying
where
is
you
that
landed right
case
there,
isn't this
Shadow.
case.
That was perfect, Shadow. That's what exactly where you landed. You cooked it. Hey, we kink and consent. I don't even know why those is like. There's no need to bring up what kink saw in this conversation whatsoever, because if you know the kink, then therefore that's the consent. Like Shadow, you killed it with that. Like it's no, you cannot add these extra things into without the consent. Like once you know the kink, that's the consent.
Sir, I'm not consenting to you disrupting my speech pattern.
I told you it was about his sleep. He denied it.
No, Mon, it's about respect. Different. There's a
Let me
difference.
let me also bring in Cajun Dark Fire. Good day, Cajun Dark Fire. Can a man say no, or is a man saying no to his girl? That man is now considered gay.
Well, if he basically tell you
Oh,
you can't
shit.
do that with me, then I'm not gay for doing it. It's just saying I don't want to be touched right now.
Because
Hey,
the
Sean,
men
can
on
you
the
ask
panel,
KT that same question?
they saying because we don't want to be
That
touched in
nigga
the middle of
gay.
the night. If that's your thing, you want to just sleep through because you only get 4 to 6 hours, whatever that is. And Roxy, your time is up, and you want to sleep. They're saying that those men are weak. KT, do you think a man that do not want to be touched in the middle of the night by his wife or girlfriend, that is a weak man?
No.
Can you ask me?
But I
That's
think
not what you were saying
if you want
earlier,
to take a
KT.
no, it ain't because you're not asking the same question for earlier. Because what I said was if you're taking it to court, if you're not acting like you've been violated, yeah, you're gay. You're gay as shit. Because I don't know
Go
what
ahead,
type of
Mark.
I don't know
Really,
what
bro.
girl you done been with who you are even she even play with you like that. I don't even know what type of joint y'all got. You know what I'm saying? Like Nighty said earlier, it's 20%. I guess only get real coochie. Maybe we need to start listening to the 80% of people who just talk.
I don't know what that got to do with this conversation.
Well, they also took, when we just go under the umbrella of consent, they were also saying, which I didn't agree with, well, what are you doing in my bed? What'd you come all the way over here for if you're not going to give me any penis? And if you're not trying to give me that penis and you're in my bed, that's exactly what Raging Tomato said, then you're gay. If you then came all the way over here, you in my bed and you're
Really.
not trying to give it up, you're gay. That's what she
Wait, what
said.
if I just want to consent to cuddling? What if I want to consent to sleeping next to you? What if I consent to,
I
kissing
didn't,
with you? I can cut that
I,
shit.
I
I have a
didn't
question.
agree with her.
No, I agree with you, Kim.
Hold on. So let me get this right. So I can understand this, Kim. You are saying any man that comes to spend a night in your bed and he decides, hey, you know what? Whatever the reason why he decides he don't want to go ahead and penetrate, you saying once he decides that, he's gay.
I think that in general, women will find that suspicious. I will say that.
That was the
That is
most polite way
crazy.
to
Really.
say that nigga's gay. Wow, Kim, I
That
didn't
is
expect you to say
I ain't
that.
gonna lie. That's
No,
kind of
it's
crazy
not.
to me because that man could have had plenty of reasons where he said, you know what, I'm not gonna risk putting my penis inside of this for plenty of reasons. Other than this is crazy to me that y'all don't believe men have the right to say no unless he's gay. That is the wildest shit I ever heard in my life.
Still knowing me,
It's
I'll
the
take it
wildest
all
shit I
on.
ever
Take it.
heard.
That's kind of more like young, like immature to me, because like I guess as you're younger, you play the game different. You're not as patient as you are when you're older, like as a man. So if I'm 22, maybe you might be on to something, but like as a older man, his 30s, it's like Nah, we gonna play the game a little bit different. I'm not just giving it up, you know. So
Mine, you just said she could have it whenever she wants it. So
my
how
woman,
can you be like, oh, now I'm
absolutely.
30? Girl, stop it.
My woman is hers. She only got ass.
So what about just your female friend that likes to come sleep in the
That's
bed and
good.
cuddle with you? I
I
know you
don't
got
have
two of
female friends.
those.
I don't have
Yeah,
female
you do.
friends. Cut that out.
Okay,
Grown ass men.
your secondary side pieces. Fine, we'll
I
call
got
it
no
that.
side pieces. I don't got no side pieces, no female
Look,
friends. I don't do none of that.
all right.
This is crazy to me.
I
So
don't think it means the man is gay, but I
you
also
just
do
said it
think
was.
it did. No, but when Roxy was talking about the double standards earlier, and we talk about how basically like thirsty dudes are, they give themselves the reputation of being thirsty and whatever. So the woman is. I'm not saying she necessarily right for thinking that, but that is what a lot of women are going to think. Are you hella thirsty? So what's going on now that you're not trying to get
I
down
do have a
now?
question. When did
Yeah,
this
Cajun.
started? Yeah, when did this started? When did this predicament started? Because I've been looking for that for a while.
What you been looking for, Cajun?
I would love a woman just keep on asking me to do something strange.
Occasion, I can tell you why you having a couple issues with that too.
Why is that?
See,
So
thirsty. See,
hold on.
that's what
So
I'm talking
No, I
one
about.
of
ain't
the
thirsty,
Mine
man. I ain't
shit.
thirsty, baby.
one of the things
Hold
I
on,
noticed
y'all.
since
Hold on. Let Mon do his thing. Go ahead, Mon.
one of the things that I noticed since we've been on the panel, right, is that you look down at the camera in a way that you're not cognizant of the way that you look, right? And that kind of probably goes into aspects of your other life where you're not very perceptive and you're not noticing how you're coming off. I think that might play a part. Like, for example, on a lot of dating sites, men don't know how to take pictures. I can see that you probably don't know how to take pictures. Like, you look down
Actually,
at
I
the
do
camera,
know how to take pictures. I
you
know
think you
about
know how to
angles
take
and
pictures.
everything. No,
Okay.
I know, man. I actually know how to deal with angles and places that make me look better than what I am. I'm just
Hold
holding it.
on.
I'm holding the
Hold on.
phone
Hold
My
on.
to
my
where you
fault.
can
Hold
completely
on.
see me.
Hold on. Hold on. So hold on. Cajun Dogfight said he know his angles. KT to go. Do you know your angles? KT not there. Shadow, do you know your angles? All right, Shadow
Yeah.
said he knows his
Yes, I
angles.
do.
Hey, Mont, do you know your angles? Mont don't want to answer me.
Y'all see my angle every day. What's going y'all already know? Come on now.
Amago Day, do you know your angles? This shit is crazy.
Oh, you wants to be funny.
Hold on, Casey. Amago Day, do you know your angles? Are you there? I don't know if you're there. He might not be there neither. All right, so KT and Amago Day is not there, so we wait for them to come back and see if they know the angles. Go ahead, Mont. Continue your questioning. That was crazy. He said he don't know.
I'm just going off of what I see. Like, I can tell that if I saw your dating profile on a dating site, I know that your selfie would look crazy. I just know it would.
Really, bro? I don't even care about that anyway. So what's the point of it?
And that's what I was saying is you don't care about these things that you probably should. If you cared more about, you would have better luck. That's all I'm saying.
Damn.
Well, let's be
Is
honest,
he on
man.
a
I'm not even
train?
looking for nothing anyway. Yeah, I'm on the train.
Well, I just was going off of what you just said when you just said that you were looking for something. So that's all.
I'm only
And
doing that
Mont,
as
quick
a joke,
question.
bro. I'm not actually looking for anything. So
But you desire something, don't you?
in time,
What you say? In time?
in time.
He said in time. How old are
Yeah.
you? How old are you, CDF?
Cajun Dogfire, he want to know how old are you? He's in I'm pretty sure he's in his
else?
late 30s. I believe he's in his late 30s. You there, Cajun
Late
Dogfire?
30s?
Hold on, Kev. Cajun, he want to know how old are you, Cajun?
46.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
I was
so
gonna say late 30s.
I don't know. How much more time you think you got to be fucking though?
Oh shit.
I'm just because it.
Tell him 80.
All right, you think? Oh, all right. I mean, that sounds like a healthy man to me. Do you consider yourself to be a healthy man? I don't know if you are or not.
To be honest, I'm not all that healthy, but I do keep myself up a little bit
Okay.
until I get a little better than what I am.
All right. Well, I just think you should act now on some of the things that you desire, and I just think you should start acting now. That's all I'm saying.
I appreciate it.
Damn. Y'all so goddamn mean. He ain't do nothing. He just riding train trying to secure some shit. That's all he trying to do. All he trying to do is secure some shit.
I'm just saying, I'm the only one that's about to actually improve his life. I don't know what y'all doing. Y'all want to keep him where he at.
How you gonna improve his life, man?
Listen, I had CDF out here having it his way in these streets. Women like PH Diva, Kim, all of that.
What? Nah, he don't want a woman like me.
It seems like Imago Day finally got back. I don't know. Did you hear that? Did you hear the conversation that they was having, Imago Day?
No, but I want to get some more of this money, though.
I really wanted you to answer one of the questions that he asked CDF. It was a great question. But since you didn't hear it, we can just move forward. Go ahead. What you said you wanted to do? What?
Get some more of this money up out of there.
All right. Well, guys, say what you got to say. We'll let you talk until you get caught.
What was the
Slap the taste out of your mouth. I'd like to see it.
It says kick truth. God damn it. He called the positive.
Whoever lists he on, let me never not get on their list. Whoever
Kid said I ain't gonna never get on that list. I don't want no problems with that list right there. Oh shit. That was crazy. Man.
But Sharon, you know what's not fair? You know,
what's that?
I kind of agree with KT. When we constantly talk about how soft men act and how they're not acting manly, how they're not stepping up to particular plates, and then all of a sudden that just don't apply here. And when women are given that same, well, it's a standards thing. It's an expectation thing.
Right. So,
if women are having these certain expectations of men,
what expectation? Okay, hold on. But you saying words. But what expectation you saying?
I think that they are having expectations that the man wants the sex, basically, or whatever, or wants to please them, or this is a more of a quote unquote masculine thing, or taking care of the woman type thing to acquiesce to what she wants.
Oh, so who's in control? So if he don't want to do it, he's supposed to do it regardless of how she feels. So who's in control?
I think some people do feel that way. I don't feel like that 100%. I don't know. I don't think who's in control of the relationship or their own body? Everybody's in control of their own body.
Yeah, let me ask you a question, miss.
Because you're saying that the man doesn't have. You saying if the man is telling his girl no, that is not manly. Isn't that what you're saying, Kim?
I think that it could be perceived that way. Yeah.
And so you're saying the man is not being manly because he said no to a woman?
I think it could be perceived that way, yes.
That is insane to me.
Why?
That is absolutely insane to me that you believe that a man that has boundaries and he tells a woman, no, I don't want to do a certain thing, that is the man that you consider unmanly.
No, I'm not saying no boundaries. I'm not saying no boundaries. I'm saying it just like the simple thing, because
what I'm trying to get you to understand, KT the GOAT is not more manly because he just allow his woman to do whatever he wants.
A little bit.
That's not more manly.
Right. I think more people would disagree with you than agree with you.
That's fine because
That's because most people
are,
don't have boundaries.
and most men have never seen a real man before. This is their first time seeing a real man that has boundaries that would tell somebody no. I'm the first man that they seen that would actually hold to their principle when they say, hey, no, that is not cool. Even when he don't like the person, he would say that ain't cool. Most people, they thought patterns and they morals, it changes between if they like the person or not. It's like, oh, is he a part of my team? And then they can say, all right, so yeah, I can rock with him. If he ain't a part of the team, then no, I don't rock with him. Most men, like when I was on the panel, and even though this lady has she's called me gay. And most of men's like, yeah, Sharon, you gay. But guess what? If I say, hey, listen, if you hang around your bros all day, you got no shirt on, and all you want to do is be around men, you think women are only vaginas and only for babies, you gay. They're like, oh, come on, Sharon, why every man gotta be gay? Those men are flip-floppers. Those ain't men. They don't have no standard. They have no morals. They have no principles. For some reason, a man with principles that show you every day that he has them, that's the man that y'all want to try to call soft. When he's literally doing what he wants to do and standing on his business on what he wants to be. That person can't be the soft one.
Can Shadow be the soft one?
Even soft, I still do my job. So I'm just saying.
So all I'm saying that it don't make sense that y'all want to agree with the people that have no moral principles. They switch sides. They flip flop throughout when the weather depends on the weather. Depends who said it. For me, I hold my standard whether I like the person or not.
I did agree with you that it's a male-centered argument, that they're being pretty much like red pilled basically by men continuously basically giving that same argument. Well, what are you doing in that man's bed? Why did you come to his house so late? Why did you wear that? They're really giving the same argument, but I do think
that's
it's coming
the argument
from a different...
that you are running with. That's the argument you are running with.
Well, because I'm saying if you're making a standard, if you're saying this is a standard for men and this is a standard for women, people are going to have a quote unquote double standards. You know
what I'm trying to get you to understand that I have principles, right? So therefore, if you need consent, if I'm going to hold the consent for women, I hold the consent for men as well. I don't choose a team and say, oh, you know what? I'm a part of this team, so therefore now I'm be on everything that they saying.
Well, that's surprising.
So I do not flip-flop. What you are doing, Kim West, is considered to be flip-flopping. You're not holding a principle.
Is it flip-flopping, or men and women different and you're allowed to have different standards for men and women?
No, because consent is not held to by men or women. Consent is consent.
I agree with that. As far as that particular, yeah, I agree with that. But we're not talking about it from a legal perspective, though. We're talking about
we're talking about it from a literal perspective, and consent is consent. Like, I don't understand. Of all people, I don't understand why you're making the conversation that consent doesn't count. It only counts if it's from a woman, bro. That's crazy.
Hold on. When did I say that?
It's what it sounds like you're saying. It's what it sounds like you're implying.
Okay, well, let me. So I'm not saying that at all, right? What I have been saying is that I do think that a man who feels like he's been like violated by his wife, like if he, like, I do think like, okay, you're a little soft from that perspective. But I don't think that. Yeah, but I don't think that it make you gay. I don't think that it makes you. I think it might make you a subpar lover, right? You know, but outside of that, that's it.
Question
So,
is, why does it make you a subpar lover?
so this goes to what Shao was saying. You are implying that a man is soft if he doesn't want to consent to a woman or his woman.
Oh, I didn't say that. I didn't say a man is soft if he doesn't want to consent. No, I think that you're a subpar lover. However, if you don't want to consent, that's a different story. I'm saying that if you feel violated, if it happens, if you feel like you holding yourself and shaking, then I think you soft.
So,
In what way,
Bro,
bro?
that's wild.
Hold on. If somebody do something against your consent, is that a violation?
Yes.
Okay, so why wouldn't that person feel violated?
Yeah, but it's from the perspective of you. If your wife did something like touch you while you was asleep, right, and she didn't touch you in any like weird spots, that you vehemently against on a regular. I think that if you feel like, oh, it's the principle, I think you soft from that perspective, a little soft in that area.
But I have a
That is
question though.
crazy.
Yeah, I have a question. I'm like, you say your partner is married to you. Why you had to constantly give consent for that?
You gotta ask that's the Sharon. So you asking like, why do you always need consent in a marriage?
Yes.
Yeah, you gotta ask
Because
Sharon.
it's plenty examples of people violating their marriage and taking it from their partner without their consent.
Well, it's a little bit understandable, but I'm just saying, once you're married, you already gave all the consent that you needed.
No, that is not true. And this is why this conversation is so dangerous to say that you don't need consent after you marry. This is why we had a gentleman on the show that he violated his ex-wife because of that same rhetoric that Cajun Dogfire just said. He did not believe he could actually violate his wife in that way. It's literally what happened. And he got off her and she was crying and he didn't understand why. He's like, what happened?
And I think that's wrong, but I don't think the line is like
no,
the
you
sleep
don't.
line.
No, you don't. No,
I
absolutely
do.
not. This is why
Kim, how is it wrong one way and not the other?
Hold on. And this is why you are a flip-flopper. It gotta be on both sides of the fence.
Or just say you just holding the fence.
No, I do think it's on both sides of the fence. I just don't think sleep is necessarily the quote unquote line. You could violate somebody when they woke, when they sleep, whatever. Like if the person is cool with it when they sleep.
You do not believe that, but you don't believe that for the man.
That if he sleep, don't mess with him.
You do have a point, sweet.
You just said you don't. You said you don't believe. Hold on. We need to have a clear understanding. You said you don't believe. You, Ma, and KT do not believe that for the man. That's what y'all are saying. Y'all believe it for the girl, but you don't believe it for the man.
No, I didn't say that.
Me either. You misunderstanding us.
It's not.
But what we're hearing,
y'all don't want to.
I'm hearing you say that, Kim. Like Kim, I'm hearing you and Mon say that. And that's the part that's fucking me up about this conversation, because you specifically, Kim, you then in the next sentence said that it's not okay if it happens to a woman. And Mont's response to that was, well, men and women aren't the same. He's essentially still saying that men can't refuse consent because he's soft. He's an inefficient lover. He's given 5 different phrases on what they would be if they said no or felt violated, despite the fact that the violation is the problem.
Right. I didn't say that.
No, what y'all are confusing is us saying consent or whatever versus we just feel like you soft. You can revoke consent. You could say no, and I can respect that you said no and still feel like you soft for saying no. I could respect that you said no and still be like, oh, that's still some BA stuff. I'm not saying I would say that. I'm just saying from the consensus of the people on the planet.
So let me ask this question. So if a man denies a woman, is he soft?
No.
Okay. No,
so if a man refuses,
no, it's fine.
Okay. So again, so here's why you aren't tracking right now. Because I'm listening to what you're saying because I'm trying to give you the opportunity to understand what you're saying yourself. You're saying I can feel you're soft because you're denying me. But if he doesn't, again, because that is coercion, you're basically saying if you don't do it, I'm going to see you as soft. So he's going to, whether he wants to or not. That's literally taking consent.
Hold on, I don't think
No,
that's
and it's
That's
fair.
also
surprising.
nothing wrong with being soft. You could be soft. It's okay.
I don't think that's fair. You said that like if you said that a man would he would do it anyway because he doesn't want to be considered soft, so that's coercion.
Literally by definition. That's how they get women in corporations to do strange things to get a promotion. They say, hey, you either do something strange or, that's coercion. So you either do something to me or you soft, you weak. Like all those things is forms of coercion, whether they use a job, whether they use any kind of mental situation to make you feel bad. All those things is different forms of it. Yeah, I cannot understand. I'm so surprised that it is so many creepy women out there. This is very interesting, very eye-opening for me. Hey, there's a lot of creep men and there's a lot of creep women. It is what it is. It's a lot of women that do not believe in consent for men. I'm shocked. My gasket is flabbered.
Not for real. It's over already.
I cannot. I got caught gay by Agent Tomato. Like, I don't know.
Not gay.
This is crazy to me. I don't understand how. I don't know. I just don't get it. You got any final thoughts, Diva?
Yes, everybody must give consent. Bye, y'all.
Crazy.
Nothing wrong with being.
Hype me up.
Let me